Oh yeah, cause West.
Okay, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we begin with this camp session, we want to face the east and give all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, bahasham, yahawashi, bahasham, double honors to the apostles, the elders, every millstone, who do well and teach well. Shalom to the hopeful elect and your Akim, your brothers pushing this word, got the four corners of the earth about truth and sincerity, making the calling and election short, man. Hey, shalom, why Yahweh, bahasham, yahawashi, Babakushah, can you hold second edges of 2 Corinthians 2 and 11? And I'm gonna bring out 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, man, because we all see what happened with that boy Kurt, right? And him perishing on live. What this is gonna do, man, is gonna cause more strife, man, and really it's gonna allow Esau Edom to come in and bring in more, what are those
Draconian measures.
Draconian measures. There you go. He's gonna be able to bring in more draconian measures via uproar. Chaos. Civil unrest. There you go.
He's trying to rile the people up so they can get out of chaos so he can try to take control with the military troops. Hey, that's the whole psyop, man.
Yeah, you want to get that 2 Corinthians 2 and 11?
Yeah, this is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, and it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices.
We're not ignorant of his devices, man. This could very well just be a psyop, man. A psyop to go ahead and bring in what? Civil unrest, more confusion, more division.
Martial
law, because, that in itself can cause people, to react in a certain way, because what? He's for, and if you watch the video, he's talking about, gun rights and how,
Hey, that's a spirit, though,
right?
Bro. That's a spirit. Right when he got, exactly, say it.
No, you gotta go for it.
Yeah, right before he's like, hey, what about the gun violence? As soon as you put that mic down, that's when that gun, he said gun, hey, that's just... that's a spirit, though, man. If you can see it, man.
Yeah, and that's why I believe it's. I mean, we all understand it is a psyop, because what's happening is, they need to bring in, more draconian measures, gun laws, more, and if uproars do end up happening, well, guess what's gonna happen? Hey, martial law.
And this is just speculation, but why did they have the whole scene? And there's a lot of videos of it looking like a protest, right?
Yeah.
So they made it look like a protest with all those people around. And what do you think that's going to cause? That's going to cause these troops to go out onto the streets to not have people protest no more.
People protest. Yeah, they're going to close off.
Close off protesting.
Actually, let's get that real quick. Before I get 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, let me get this real quick. You can read that one more time, Mike?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices.
We are not ignorant of his devices. There you go. Real quick, let me get this right here. It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, and verse. Let me just get it right here. Yeah, kind of right here. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? Sedition among men is what? Uproar, civil unrest. People going crazy.
Neighbor against neighbor.
Yeah, neighbor against neighbor. So look, this is what, we're, as, prophets, we're speculating through the spirit that this can very well be that, that turning point via these different, altercations. You have the George Floyd, you have, that one, Edomite Jake, so like Jake stabbing that Edomite in the bus, and then not too long today you had what? The shooting of that one dude Kirk. So this is all just.
And then the school shooting.
And then then the school. So you have all this stuff to get ready to bring people into a certain mindset in a state of uproar. And when people uproar, when that sedition really kicks, they're not going to be caring about what these presidents do and what they say, these different lawmakers. What they're going to do is lean upon their own selves, man, to go ahead take things down. And that's how martial law and that police state can be made manifest, man.
That totalitarian government.
Yep, there you go. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. There you go, what the brother was saying, man. They'll be able to close off these certain, states and certain cities that are protesting. Hey, no one can come in and no one can go out until we maintain it. And that way they can bring in what? 15-minute cities. They can start moving around with their New World Order. Start putting in, hey, in the midst of, these people, uproaring and breaking into buildings and so on and so forth. That's also gonna have a tank in the economy. The dollar's gonna what? Boom, boom, crash. Because guess what? You're gonna have people not just fucking just breaking houses and shit. Fuck no, they're gonna be breaking into Walmarts, Targets, you know, they're gonna be going to businesses, they're gonna be doing all types of shit, bro, you know. So it's gonna be the time of, you know, Jacob's trouble. But let me get this real quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Like, Salakia. Real quick, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the beginning, spake of those things that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end. The end is manifest. And once you start seeing people really uproar and go crazy about these different situations, man, it's going to be a sign that what? The Lord's on the way back. The end is being made manifest. Let me get this, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Real quick for you brothers. Just to, you know, edify you on that end and that word end. 2nd